Hey everybody, welcome again to INFAPORTPSYCHOLOGY. Today's topic is a bit touchy. We're diving headfirst into the world of dating dilemmas, namely, who pays? We've all been there, right? That moment when the bill arrives and a strange tension hangs in the air. Let's go. Okay, let's be realistic. Times change. Gone are the days when men were expected to pay all the bills 24 hours a day. Women are independent, they have their own money, and they are not afraid to spend it. But wait, this new era of dating equality brings with it a number of issues. Would a guy be insulted by an offer to pay? Does paying him make you dependent? It's enough to make you dizzy. Don't be afraid, dear viewers. We'll break down these dating dilemmas and give you the tools to navigate them like a pro. So friends, let's turn to the elephant in the china shop. Does a woman have to pay on a date? In the old days, it was simple. Men paid. End of story. But now women can fully support themselves financially. Some guys still cling to old traditions. They may insist on paying you even if you earn more. If that's their thing and you're fine with it, go for it. So we've established that this whole payment thing can be a bit of a minefield. Communication, my friends. That's the magic word. It doesn't have to be a big, scary conversation. Maybe when you're deciding where to go. We can split the bill, or maybe pay one at a time. Okay, let's talk about gifts. Gifts can be joyful, but sometimes it's a test. A small token of attention, a gesture of affection. It's like you're under a microscope and your reaction is important. And don't even get me started on price and quality. Is that a cute handmade bracelet? Or a diamond necklace? These are two different scenarios. So you're on a date, and suddenly, bam, there's a present. Maybe it's one rose, or maybe it's a first-class ticket to Fiji. So what's the protocol? Do you accept with kindly enthusiasm, or do you politely decline for fear of commitment? If the gift is sincere, accept it with gratitude. But if you feel pressured or the gift is inappropriate, it's fine to give it up. Refusing a gift can be a delicate dance. You don't want to hurt someone's feelings, but you also don't want to send the wrong message. So, how does one find that balance? It's all about your pitch. Keep it light, friendly, and, for goodness sake, be honest. Try something like, "You're so sweet, but this is too much for me right now. I really enjoy spending time with you, and I'd rather keep it simple." See? You recognize their mindfulness, you set a clear boundary, and you did it all without destroying their spirit. Well done. Okay, but what about these expensive things? We're talking jewelry, designer handbags, maybe even a new car. Hey, stuff happens. Expensive gifts carry a whole different set of consequences. They can be perceived more as a transaction than a gesture. And let's be honest, they can be awkward as hell to receive, especially at first. So if your date shows up with a gift that screams, "I'm trying to buy your love," it's time to have a serious talk. Let's be realistic, guys. Not all gifts are created equal. Some are given with the purest of intentions, as a genuine expression of affection. And there are others. The ones that come with invisible strings. The ones that scream, "I did something nice for you. Now you owe me." These, my friends, are the gifts to keep an eye out for. The ones that should make your internal alarms start ringing like a fire alarm. Because manipulation under the guise of generosity? That's not nice. It's a red flag waving louder than a flamenco dancer at a bullfight. So how do you tell the difference between a real gift and a manipulative trick? Well, for starters, trust your intuition. If, when you receive a gift, you experience joy and a warm feeling, enjoy. But if it causes concern or commitment, pay attention to that. Listen to those quiet voices. And remember, you always have the right to say no. You are strong, independent, and worthy of love and respect. So, ladies, let's talk about boundaries. Because in the wild world of dating, having strong boundaries is like having a good bodyguard. Think of your boundaries as your personal set of rules. They determine what you are comfortable with, what you are not comfortable with, and what you will absolutely not tolerate. No exceptions. And believe me, setting clear boundaries is not selfishness. This is essential for healthy, respectful relationships. Because when you know your worth, and you do, you don't settle for less than what you deserve. Setting boundaries is not always easy, especially when you are showered with gifts or attention. You don't have to accept everything that is offered to you. Remember Ariana Grande? Thank you next. This is a powerful mantra for life. Remember these words. Thank you next. Let's talk about independent women, shall we? Because ladies, let me tell you, there is nothing more attractive than a woman who knows her worth and owns her power. We're talking about women who chase their dreams with the same passion they chase a good sale at Sephora. Women who can hold a board meeting and wear a little black dress with equal confidence. And let me tell you, gentlemen, if you are lucky enough to be around an independent woman, hold on tight and never let her go. Here's the thing, guys. When a woman is financially independent, it changes the whole game. It's not about who pays for dinner. It's about equality, respect, and freedom. Never underestimate the power of financial independence. It gives you choices. It allows you to walk into any room knowing you can handle it. Embrace your independence and create a life you love. Okay guys, time for a little guy talk. Let's talk about all that dating and money, because, let's be honest, it can be a minefield for us too, right? Gone are the days when we could just reach into our wallets and be called gallant heroes. We now have to navigate this new world of equality, and frankly, some of us feel like we are fumbling in the dark. We want to be respectful. We want to be supportive, but we also don't want to step on anyone's toes or seem old-fashioned. Here's the thing, guys, communication is key. And yes, that includes talking about money, even on a date. Just relax. It doesn't have to be a big, scary conversation. Be upfront and honest about your point of view. If you're comfortable paying for a first date, great. If you prefer to split the bill, that's cool too. Maybe she just values her independence. So, we've talked about the importance of communication, setting boundaries, and accepting equality. But how do you put it all into practice when it comes to money and dating? It's all about finding the middle ground, a balance between romance and practicality. Relationships are a two-way street, mutual give and take, support and understanding. I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Ruslan. You make it sound like it's a hell of a lot of work. It shouldn't feel like work. A date should be fun and full of spontaneous moments, not spreadsheets and budget meetings. It's all about open communication. Talk to each other. Figure out what is comfortable for both of you. As long as you are both on the same page, you will find a system that works for you. So you've navigated the treacherous waters of early dating. You have mastered the art of thank you next and set boundaries. Now you're in a long-term relationship. It's serious. You talk about living together, maybe even getting a dog. With this new level of commitment comes a new set of dilemmas, because the stakes are higher now. A bouquet of flowers for your 1-month anniversary? That's lovely. A brand new car for your 2-year anniversary? Well, that's a whole other borscht, isn't it? And while we're on the subject of expensive gifts, can we talk for a minute about birth gifts? You know, that fancy little tradition where the partner who didn't carry 9 months of pregnancy gets something shiny as a reward? I'm all for celebrating life's milestones with all my hands, and the birth of a little one is definitely a milestone. But the whole birth gift thing, it's just a little, wrong, isn't it? I mean, shouldn't the miracle of life be a sufficient gift? Do we really need to put a price tag on having a baby? What's next? A diamond for a diaper change for a particularly impressive poop? Look, I get it. Young parents are tired, stressed, and probably working on their last couple hours, and caffeine. A little pampering goes a long way. But maybe instead of a diamond bracelet, we focus on practical support, emotional connection, and maybe a good night's sleep for both parents. Okay, let's talk about those innocent gifts, the ones that come with pressure and commitment. You know the type. Maybe it's a weekend trip you didn't want to go on, or a designer handbag that screams, "Look how much I spent on you." Suddenly, this gesture seems like a strategic move in a game of relationship chess. I'm not saying that every gift has an ulterior motive. Sometimes a rose is just a rose, and a diamond ring is just a way of saying, "I love you." But sometimes gifts mask problems in a relationship. If the gift makes you feel uncomfortable, that's a red flag. Let's talk about equality, my friends. I'm talking about respect, understanding, and partnership. Value each other's opinions, dreams, and aspirations. Support each other's growth. Recognize each other's uniqueness and value. So, how do you practically develop equality in your relationship? It all starts with small, everyday interactions. Listen to each other with genuine interest. Make decisions together, even if it's just food choices. Rejoice in each other's successes. Be there for me in times of need. Equality is not about scoring points. Create a space where both partners value each other. Such a bond is more valuable than all diamonds. So ladies, let's talk about those moments when you feel like pulling out your credit card and treat your date. Maybe you're feeling independent, maybe you want to show him you're not afraid to pay your bills. It should be a natural, comfortable gesture. A simple way to say, "Look, I had a great time and I'd like to buy you a treat." Who says chivalry is dead? It's just evolved. I know it can be weird for some guys when a woman offers to pay, but true chivalry isn't about outdated gender roles. It's about respect and consideration for your partner. If your date offers to pay, don't take it personally. Just smile, say thank you, and appreciate the gesture. So ladies, let's talk about that uncomfortable feeling that can creep in when you receive a gift. You know what I mean? That oppressive sense of obligation, that voice in the back of your mind whispering, what do they expect in return? The gift should be given from the heart, with no strings attached. It is an expression of affection or appreciation. It's not a bribe or a tool for manipulation. So how do you get rid of that guilt? How do you accept a gift with gratitude without feeling like you owe your date half a pound of flesh? The answer, my friends, is simple gratitude. Focus on the intention behind it. Appreciate the attention and effort. A sincere, "Thank you, that's so sweet," means a lot. It's the connection and shared laughter that really matters. A gift should bring joy, not guilt. So we've covered a lot today, haven't we? From awkward first date bills to the perils of diamond birth gifts, love doesn't have to cost a fortune, and it doesn't have to cost you your sanity. Relationships are about connection and support. Find someone who understands you and encourages you to grow. At the end of the day, the most important thing is to be true to yourself. If you're comfortable paying for yourself on dates, go for it. If you love receiving thoughtful gifts, embrace it. And if you prefer to share everything equally and keep it strictly business, that's cool too. There is no right or wrong answer when it comes to how to navigate the world of dating and money. What's important is that you find a dynamic that suits you and your partner. So communicate openly, set those boundaries, and don't be afraid to say thanks next to anything that doesn't align with your values. You will succeed. That's it, guys. The whole truth about dating, money, and everything in between. Remember, it's all about balance between tradition and modernity, between paying for dinner and fighting for the check. The most important thing is to communicate openly, to set boundaries like a boss, and never settle for less than respect. Click like and subscribe to INFAPORTPSYCHOLOGY to get more relationship advice. See you soon. Stay awesome.